Hello and welcome. My name is Squarechique and I like to play a variety of games for y'all. If you have suggestions for games you'd like to see me play, please leave them in the comments below. Today we are diving into episode 4 of Scarlet Hollow. As far as I know, this is the last current available episode. There will be 7 in total, I believe, is what I remember reading, and this is the last available one for right now. I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of at a loss for words as to like what happened in the last part. We did end up having to split the episode 3 in half because it was fairly long. But we went through sort of like a haunted house / retelling of what happened, and I'm still kind of confused. Like, did our family do it on purpose? Or was it a mistake with I don't know. We're just gonna have to get right into this and see what happens. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It would really help me out, but I appreciate you being here regardless. Let's get started. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. Again, I do believe we saved already, but we are going to do it again. Okay. I didn't know they had a Discord. Or Blue Sky. I started a Blue Sky. I haven't really finished setting it up yet. But when I do, I will link it below for any of you who would like to follow me there. Note, the decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences. Oh, is that from like when we decided? Because me personally, I decided to give up years of my life to send this spirit away. And a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of the visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in the preferences. Okay. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 4? I'm actually not going to do it this time. You open your eyes. It's a new day. And you feel like shit. You were hoping some of your strength would return to you after a good night's sleep, but you feel just as drained as when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy, and your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. Yeah, several years of our life. I did what had to be done. I don't care what happens to me. I made the right decision, and I'll do it again. What have I done? I hope this was worth it. This is great. I can't wait to finally be dead. No. Life goes on. What happened yesterday, and today is another day. I like that. I have no strong opinions on what happened last night. Yep, let's go with this one. Yes, life goes on, but for how much longer will your life go on? An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. Yeah, see, with a decision that I made, it could have taken everything but like a day or 2 of your life away. Like, you could literally die during this day. You wouldn't know, which is kind of the same. You just know it's shorter than it would normally have been. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing a little better. I have a feeling we're not going to hear from excuse me. I have a feeling we're not going to hear from Stella. We're probably going to have to go hunting her down. Something hit her pretty hard. Also wanted to ask, have you heard from Stella? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Explore. Call Stella. Text Stella. Haven't heard from her either. I'm sure she's fine. Oh god, what if she's in trouble? What if she's hurt or dead? Maybe she's just sleeping in? Never mind how Stella is. How are you doing? Oh, I'm not gonna say that. Everyone had a rough night. She's probably still shaken up. What if Wayne got her? Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Okay. I feel like the thing to do here would to actually be to call to show, you know, you're really concerned. At least that's how I feel. So we're gonna try to call her. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Haha, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message or don't. I never check these things. This thing. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Alright, so we're gonna text her then, since it's giving us that opportunity to. Hey, you good? Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. That Wayne guy didn't come after you, did he? Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. How's my favorite cryptid hunter? Hey, send Stella a photo of a nervous puppet. It's between these two, I think. But I'm not sure if I should be sure or if I should really... Let's do this one. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Okay, so now what do we tell Kanika? Yeah, haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I know, we haven't exactly gotten along, but we should meet up in town and look for her together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Okay. Take a shower, check the closet, visit the opossum. Yeah, why not? Let's keep it up. You open the drawers. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have a bread now. That's nice. Wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. I think they're getting used to me. Okay, close the drawers. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Let's check the closet. We didn't pick her up and move her. Did you fall? Make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Kenai. And judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But was he there while you were out the previous day, or did he enter while you slept unawares just a few feet away? Creepy. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Alright, take a shower. You might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, the shower is a good place. Is this stuff in the corner what they meant by visual throughout the game to remind you of what you did? Probably. As it rinses your body clean, you think about the door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it. Even now, you'll be going back there today. You're sure of it. That is a possibility. Think about the specter of an early death that now hangs over you. Think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point, and what you've seen is terrifying. Think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. Think about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. I think that's what we did last time. Think about Wayne and whether you're ever truly alone. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. I don't think we're ever getting out, to be honest. Alright. Alright. We're gonna do this one. The door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it, even now. You'll be going back there today. You're sure of it. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking this week, of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Street smart, your cousin has been ready for this. The next few days will wear on her, but anyone paying attention to this town would have known this was coming. Okay, so it was okay that we didn't actually inform her ahead of time. She probably would have said something like, yeah, I figured it was coming soon. Tabitha isn't one to have her head in the clouds. Okay, lots of explorers here. Talk about the strike. Talk about what happened last night. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Yeah, let's ask about Stella. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. True. Yeah. I'm kind of maybe in the same mindset as her, where in for a penny and for a pound, I guess. Talk about what happened last night. Okay. So ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. I'm sorry about last night. We should have left. Do you regret what happened to me last night? I didn't think making a deal with a ghost would feel so physically bad. I thought I was making a metaphorical trade. It feels good, doesn't it? Getting rid of something our family left behind like that? No. Yeah, I'm sorry about last night. We should have left. Yeah, we should have. Okay, so ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. I can. What does that actually change about anything? You're a Scarlet. You were probably going to die young anyways, and I still have a mind to run. So we are deflecting? What's the word? Just the proper term to use here. Just basically ignoring what happened. Talk about the strike. Okay, so we have a keen eye and a couple keen eyes and a street smart. How are you feeling about the strike? You can be honest with me. You seem tense about this. And you want me to infiltrate the strike. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, let's ask this. How are you feeling about the strike? You can be honest with me. Conflicted. It's going to be tough, and despite what a lot of people would have you believe, I'm not relishing the opportunity to pick a fight with my men. I don't think many people take pleasure in breaking strikes. Pearl Ann would have, but that's not me. I don't know, it's complicated. Everything is so complicated. Okay, I don't know if we should ask that. I feel like that might actually get us in trouble and maybe have more people, the mine workers, not trust us. So maybe not. Ooh, lots. Goodness. Okay, let's get into this. So that's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike. Usually I'm pro-union, but no, I'm very pro-union. Do you know what the strikers even want? You probably should have seen this coming. I think she did. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's the right thing to do. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's no use fighting the inevitable. Just fire all of them. I'm sure it'll be easy enough to pick up the pieces. No. I can't believe the gall of these people. After everything you've done for this town, some people just never understand the burdens of leadership. You're in a really difficult spot right now. With everything else going on, it's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. That's not mundane. Yeah, let's do this one. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Well, maybe you should let them, like, let them see what you have to deal with. I don't know if that's why they're here. No. Yeah, you're in a really difficult spot right now. Yeah, I am. Hopefully it'll all be over soon. Alright, let's do this one. It might open up some new part of the game or new information. You want me to infiltrate the strike? Even if they didn't really know you're my cousin, that seems like a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. That's kind of what I was thinking. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral is over. Okay. Yeah, let's see. That's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike. Those doughy things we saw in the library yesterday? Look, I get it. There's weird stuff happening right now. But let's not muddy something as mundane as a strike with the supernatural. They're two entirely different things. Okay. We're not gonna say either of those. So, if the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. I'm gonna say it. I actually would like to know what her reaction to that would be. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Tabitha bristles. I kind of thought. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm not just going to cash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life one way or another. Okay. You probably should get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Okay, investigate the garden, fuel up with a quick PB&J, head to town. Investigate. From your eavesdropping in the general store yesterday, it sounds like Tabitha is keeping something out back. Now that she's gone for the day, you can investigate the garden to your heart's content. Okay, so I'm thinking we need to go to the greenhouse. I finally remembered. I keep wanting to say hothouse, which is kind of the same thing. Greenhouse. Okay, the air is chilly today. The overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. Speaking of chilly, it is actually fairly chilly in here today, but I refuse to turn the heat on yet. I'm like bundled up. I got my comforter wrapped around me. Alright, it's too cold. Head back inside. Venture deeper into the garden. Sybil mentioned an enclosed space. There isn't a shed out here, but the greenhouse fits the bill. Oh, well, it would have told me. It feels dangerous out here. Head back inside. Investigate the greenhouse. Yeah, if the thing or whatever that is supposed to be, what's his name? The missing miner. If he was staying close by, he could have easily snuck into our room while we were out. Okay. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. It doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. You step towards the door. Oh, there was a shadow. Okay. It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. Horned? I didn't really get a good look at it. It was a goat. Really? What a strange thing to keep in a greenhouse, especially one so isolated and overgrown. Okay. So we have examine and pick. Oh, if we do one, can we not do the other is a question. Alright, let's examine it first and hope for the best. It's just a padlock. You can pick something like this open in a second. Okay, yay. When are people going to learn that a mere lock can't keep you contained? You pop it open with ease. A warm barnyard smell floods your senses as you stare down at the goat within. It stares back up at you from its place on the tiled floor, surrounded by dried herbs. Maybe if you could talk to animals, dang it, the goat might have some hidden insights to share about its situation, but that would be ridiculous. People can't just talk to animals. That is a regret that I have, because I would have loved to have talked to the dog, especially. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. You're free, go on, prance off into the wilderness. Nobody can keep you here any longer. Oh no, so... crap. It's either untie or actually set him free. Well, I mean, we could do nothing and leave. I hate having this kind of decision. I can't just leave. I have to do one of these. Let's untie the goat. You unclip the rope tying the goat to the greenhouse. It stares up blankly at you in response. See, this is one of those situations where I feel like we probably should have asked our cousin first. We probably wouldn't have gotten a straight answer, but who knows? You're free, goat. Go on, prance off into the wilderness. Nobody can keep you here any longer. Attempt to force the goat out of the greenhouse. I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's do this one. The goat stares at you. It's not going anywhere. Jeez. Okay. So, does something happen if he leaves the greenhouse? You do your best to force the goat out of the greenhouse. Even in this enclosed space, you fail to catch it. It doesn't want to leave, and it's far more agile than you. This is a losing proposition. Alright. The door's already open. You think for a moment about whether you should keep it that way. Crap. This is definitely one of those times that I feel like whatever option I take is going to be drastically different than the other. Alright, I feel like we've already done enough damage, possibly. Let's close the door on our way out. You close the door behind you and reapply the lock. Your cousin will be none the wiser about your little excursion. Yeah, but you unclipped him. You investigated the garden with Stella missing. It's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fuel up with a quick PB&J or head to town. Let's do it. Yay! If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat, and who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. There's the whispers. Oh. No. Go away. There's possibly one behind us as well. It's hard to tell. Oh, and I think there's one there. Crap. The birds sound different today, muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting already, your body is... But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. Keen eye. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. There's Kanika. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it. I still haven't heard from Stella, and I've already seen a bunch of those ditchling things scurrying around in broad daylight. I know my mom said they're harmless, but we should start looking for her. I was just looking in here to see if there were any visible in town. I don't see any. Not here. So how are you mentally? I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I am supposed to do that. Let's start with that. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic vibe. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Yes. Still, there will be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Okay. Ghosts, huh? Any leads on Stella? We could always just chill. I'm sure Stella will be fine. No, we need to find her. Even if she is fine. Is someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? I guess we should get started. Okay, any ideas? Or any leads? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet, so nope. None so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone, but I also don't want to bet on that. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, that's how I'm doing. Probably about as poorly as everyone else who was at the library last night, except maybe Stella. So, ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. Any idea why Stella was so upset? Being possessed seemed awful, but she's the only one who ran off. Do we think it has something to possibly do with, when she used to be friends with our cousin? I don't know. I'm still skeptical. There's got to be a better explanation for what happened last night than ghosts are real and they hate me personally. This information is destroying me. I wonder if this means there's heaven and hell. If there's an afterlife, we should probably figure out what was right about it, shouldn't we? I'm actually thrilled. Maybe I can be a professional ghost hunter. No. Yeah, let's do the explore. Any idea why Stella was so upset? Being possessed seemed awful, but she's the only one who ran off. Could be a lot of things. She could have hit her breaking point stress-wise. She could have been horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She could be struggling with what the ghost did. But at the end of the day, I have no idea. We'll just have to find her and see if she wants to stop running from it and finally just talk things out. Keen eye. I guess that raises an important question. Is Stella missing because she doesn't want to be found, or did something happen to her when she ran off? If it's the first one, is finding her going to do any good? Maybe she needs space. Okay, yeah, maybe she needs space. Maybe she needs space, but things have been getting dangerous around here. I'd rather not take that coin flip. Okay, is someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I could live with that. Yeah. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? I would think her house. just off the bat. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. We should go to the cops, right? We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. Let's check out the diner. We should go to the mines. We should check out the church. I'm supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some idea. Yeah, let's do that. I'm supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work. Who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, Squarechique. Hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing, and Stella can take care of herself. Unlike you need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Does she have a cold? I feel like you're again not telling us the whole story. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Squarechique about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you want to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Squarechique. Don't worry, Kanika. I am on the case. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Good thing Kanika has her mom looking out for her. She's seemed so tired today, and you'll probably be able to find Stella without her. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Follow Sybil. Ooh, why is there a rumbling noise in here? Is it fans? No, I don't know. Please, have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Sip your tea. So, how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth. Quit yanking me around. You have something to tell me. Just come out and say it. What's with all of the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I like that one. Let's go ahead and take a sip. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness of its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Is she trying to, like, get us comfortable so that we'll talk? I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's, what's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. I'm worried that there's something extra in this tea. She's gonna make us pass out. So, do we want to know about her or about Mom? Let's ask about her. So how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. My great-grandmother actually talked to me about that kind of thing. Stuff that they would use at home, like when somebody had a cold or something like that. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though. I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't shrinking Violet either. A shrinking Violet. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet. So her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Okay. Why were Pearl Ann and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? What do you know about my grandma? I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? Okay, let's do this one about the men. I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was soon teenaged... Oh, sorry. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenaged fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it with skipping town and all. Okay. What do you know about my grandmother? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were 2 in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. Okay, yeah, what happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious, as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. Good question. Why were Pearl Ann and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. Yikes. Okay, finish the tea. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it, the small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Unless you're mistaken, the tea has also helped with your condition, at least a little bit. You still feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired, and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. Great. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here. A cat? An enemy lurking in plain sight? Interesting. Oh, the cat's gotta be Pixel, or maybe it's Frau. Those are the 2 cats I know. I don't think it means literal. The cat could be Tabitha, Wayne, Stella, Kanika, Oscar, Reese, Avery, Dr. Kelly, Pastor Daniel. Yeah. Was there any... No. Okay. How do I know you're not the cat? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you, and if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. Great. That was my easy way out. Yeah, I don't think they mean literally. Oscar, Reese, Avery. crap. Decisions. Okay. So I don't think it's Tabitha. I don't think it's Stella. I'm trying to remember which one was the doctor's son. Could be. I could maybe believe it was the doctor herself. I want to. If the doctor's son is listed here, that's what I want to answer with. So I'm actually gonna look up his name. Reese. I'm gonna say I feel like the cat could be Reese. The man is clearly troubled. I can see him becoming some kind of enemy. With the way Dr. Kelly tries to keep people away from him, maybe she knows something. His mom seems to really have it in for me. Maybe he feels the same. No, I mean, he has claws and sleeps all day. It's obvious, right? Yeah. With the way Dr. Kelly tries to keep people away from him, maybe she knows something. That's just Joan being overprotective. With all his health issues, I understand why she tries to keep people away as much as my heart hurts for the poor boy. In any case, I somehow doubt he's down there plotting some kind of grand betrayal against someone he met just this week, using up what little energy he has. If I were you, I wouldn't cast your suspicions too widely. You wouldn't want to become paranoid that every new person you meet is a possible enemy. You're the one that put it in my head. But you should trust your own judgment here. Friend or family, the cat will make itself known soon enough. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. Well, balls. That's going to be rough. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Yeah. Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. I don't want to abandon the search for Stella. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. Is it? Street smart, you didn't get all this from the tea leaves. Yep. Of course she didn't. She's smart. She knows how to deduce things from the leaves. Of course not. Tea leaves are merely a guide. Sometimes they can help confirm suspicions, or fill in where my intuition falls short. My family has lived in these hills a long time, as has yours. I know the Scarlets have secrets. I know Vivian was scared. Oh. I know Vivian was scared for you. But your place in all this is something we have to figure out together. Is that why our mother took us away? Probably. She knew something was coming. And that's where little tricks like tea leaves come in handy. But we shouldn't digress. Do you know where you might find the next stone? Yeah, I think I felt another in the clinic, but bad stuff always happens around them. I shouldn't seek out more of them. Those stones need to be left undisturbed. Yeah, bad stuff always happens around them. Legitimate concern. What happens around these stones might not be anywhere close to what could happen if we let the danger encroaching on both you and this town act unopposed. The ditchlings are multiplying every day. This is all going to come to a head, and it may just be a question of how prepared you are when it comes. Learning whatever you can could save your life, even if you're faced with more ghosts or ghouls along the way. Okay, what happened to the sound? I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Okay, you helped last night. Why don't you come with me? Yeah, let's see if she probably won't. I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knees, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you. Some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. That's it. This wasn't helpful at all. All you did was look at some leaves and tell me to go put myself in danger. Yeah. Thanks. I'll let you know if I find anything. Okay. Yeah, let's say that. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table, and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Interesting. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Okay. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of its door strangely flat. Oh, we already read that. Sorry. Explore, talk to Miles, check in on Kanika. Okay. Hopefully it'll let us do both. Is your mom a witch? Ghosts are real. Just thought you should know. So, Kanika has a cold, huh? You see any weird rocks around town? I'm old now. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, let's ask about rocks. Yeah? You? He smirks. Clearly this is a very sick burn, and you should feel bested by his wit. So Kanika has a cold, huh? That's what she says. She's just trying to get out of work again. Like, I didn't have anything better to do all week while she sits in her room watching anime. Says the guy in Goku pants. Everybody knows Dragon Ball is good anime. She watches the trashy shit. Your mom a witch? Wouldn't you like to know? I would, actually. It's totally obvious that she's a witch, like you even need me to say it. Okay. Ghosts are real, just thought you should know. Yeah, I know. I've seen tons of videos of ghosts doing stuff on the internet. I'm not 12. Alright, we're gonna ignore that one. Let's return. Yep, check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. Hopefully... you know what? I don't know. I was about to say hopefully she doesn't feel like compelled to come with us, or we don't ask her to come with us, but maybe we should? I don't know. Knock. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. Explore. I'm not your mom. Oh, Squarechique. What's up? Yeah, can I come in? Sorry, Squarechique, my mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow. Why? Why can't we come in and see you? It looks like you're on your own. Oh, I didn't get to ask any of the other stuff. Crap. Okay, you make your way out of the general store and down the road to the clinic. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. Oh no. Why the whispers again? We have a raccoon here. We have, looks like a ditchling here. Possibly a ditchling? Possibly a ditchling right here. Could be more. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of the Dr. Kelly's clinic. Its secrets enticing you to find a way in. See, the whispering and the ditchlings nearby. Is this a bad idea? I feel like this is a bad idea. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your rib cage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. The side of the mountain looks really close to the terrace, maybe even close enough to jump. What are the odds that the terrace door is locked? As soon as you finish your thought about jumping onto a terrace, a dull throb sets into your knees. There's no way you're doing that. Oh yeah. Just go in through the clinic door. Yeah. It's a doctor's office, not Fort Knox. Why would the clinic door even be locked? If she's not open. You carefully make your way up the old wooden stairs of the clinic's wraparound porch, avoiding any suspiciously creaking-looking steps. You push the door open slowly, just enough for you to slip in, but not enough to risk any sound from the door's ancient hinges. There's that rumbling again. My gosh. You can see the doc at a desk in some room down the hall. She hasn't noticed you. You shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Oh no. No. Tell me. No. Isn't that her son? The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is he laying on the table where you embalm something? Jeez. Squarechique? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person he met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Good question. No. Vampire! You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. Oh my god, you died and she Frankensteined you back to life? Am I interrupting something? Okay, I have to ask, are you human? She killed you! What are you doing in the morgue? Yeah, that's exactly my thought. Let's do that one. I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, practicing. A rehearsal, if you will. That is some dark crap. That's dark. Not gonna lie, this is kind of weird, dude. I see. Being among the dead brings you comfort. Rehearse, you say? Yeah, this is kind of weird. You're the one who just wandered into a morgue. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pole. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Why wall? Need see thing but wall stand in way. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man, but it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. I need to get behind the wall. There's a stone carving on the other side of that wall. I need to see it. Yeah, let's just come out with complete truth. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Yeah, get the dock out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time, it's true anyway. How'd you learn that little trick? Use what you got to get what you need, no shame in that. Doesn't that make her worry about you even more? Wow, manipulating her using your illness, classy. No. Yeah, use what you got to get what you need, no shame in that. Exactly. Okay. Let's say nothing. I don't know. Your heart pounding in your chest as you remain fixated on the wall. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom? Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up, we don't have long until she gets back. Yeah, and then she's gonna come back to a hole in her wall. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. Ooh, do we get to snoop a little bit? You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Pick up the documents to read later. Read the files, move on, and leave the file. Okay, so do we pick up the documents to read later, or do we read it now? I'm thinking, because it's part of Street Smart, that we don't have a whole lot of time, and if we read now, we might get caught later, so we'll pick them up. You scoop up the folder, tucking the documents in for later perusal. Reese watches you with curiosity. Stealing medical documents? If my family is going to keep secrets from me, I'd better learn what I can. They have my family name on them. I'm allowed. Yeah. No. Don't acknowledge the question. Okay. Yeah, if my family is going to keep secrets from me, I'd better learn what I can. Totally. Steal anything you need to. You've got a mystery to solve. I'm not going to stand in your way. Let's check the medical supply room next. I can imagine a room full of chemicals being a place someone might want to keep an axe. Better be careful stealing stuff in there, though. That might really get you in trouble. Yeah. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. Come on, let's keep looking. There it is. Looks like it needs a key, though. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it, but she's gonna notice the hole in the wall. There must be a key in here somewhere. Reese stops to listen to something. You can hear it too, but ever so faintly. The sound of footsteps just outside the clinic. Shit, she's back already? No, I doubt that. You hear the front door of the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. This isn't Stella, is it? Did we tell Stella about that? Probably. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. Let him in. You make space, and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Oh, she is back already. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling as she makes her way back down the hallway. We'd better wait a second just in case. I'm not gonna flirt with Reese. Quietly wait for the danger to pass. Keep your distance. Keep your distance, quietly. Quietly wait for the... Yeah. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. Help research the drawers. Investigate the weird plant Dr. Kelly left behind. Yeah, let's investigate the plant. The strange sprig of fuzzy fruits draws your eye. You step forward to take a closer look. It looks out of place in the sterile steel countertop. Its broad, 8-pronged leaf already wilting in the unnatural lighting. Your thoughts are interrupted by the jingling of keys. Sweet, found them. And they're color-coded. Too easy. Reese unlocks the cabinet and offers you the fire axe. Here's your axe. He hands you the axe, then pauses, realizing you've been poring over the weird little plant. That was what she took out of the bag, right? That's weird. Does she make her own medicine? She's not a pharmacist. I don't think she's supposed to do that. Did that come from Sybil? Is a good question. This is just supposed to be where the store's medicine she orders from a pharmacist over in Brevard. He picks up the plant. Weird little alien fruit. It's gotta be medicinal, right? There could be information on it around here. Let's snoop. Maybe she has a recipe somewhere. Who cares? It's just weird plant. Maybe she has a recipe somewhere? And we have our keys. Let's see what some of these locked drawers have to hide. He starts unlocking drawers. Medical supplies, name brand meds. He pauses at the next drawer. Mysterious unlabeled notebook. This is about me. There's stuff in here from when I was like 12. It's some kind of diary or medical history or both, I guess. What the hell is this? Something about another episode? Guessing she's referring to one of my rough nights. Oh, here we go. There's some illustrations. He glances to the strange plant on the countertop. It's that. She uses that to make my medicine. Extract by boiling berries. Great, she doesn't say what the berries are or what she's extracting. Leaving out the names? Real suspicious. Sounds like something someone would do if they didn't want much of a paper trail. Yeah. But why would... You and Reese jerk your heads to the sound of an opening door. The doctor is in. Shit, that was the door from the house. We've got to run. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close at the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall now, yes. Wall. Let's do this. May I make the first blow? You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? Convenient. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down the wall. Yeah, let's do that one. Reese smiles. Good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. Let's do this. I'd like to do the honors, if you don't mind. I've got some confused and angry feelings I'd like to express. You sure that's a good idea, Mr. Reese? Reese takes the axe from you and approaches the wall. Jeez, scared the crap out of me. Reese manages to cut through the wall with very little effort, unexpected from someone with his frame and condition, but you know his stringy muscles are backed by a mounting fury of what's been done to him. That goes a long way. Wow. He staggers back from the massive hole in the wall and admires his work. So we didn't have to hit it at all. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. And you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? I mean, we did warn you that something weird might happen. You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enoch, injured man. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I've found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus. It takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Oh no, what's the name of that movie? Hellraiser, I think. Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? How did I get here? Yeah. Let's ask this one. I like that one. No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. You carried us? But you have a delicate constitution. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Phew, that's great. Maybe these carvings aren't all that bad. Maybe there's something spooky going on right now, and we haven't realized it yet. Great. Glad I'll have at least one mostly normal day this week. Too bad. I was hoping for some excitement. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No problem. Just figured you'd rather wake up in a bed than that musty hallway or the morgue. I still have those documents I swiped, right? Yeah. Yeah, you should still have them on you. Sure enough, you pull out the file containing medical documents about your family. Pearl Ann's death certificate, Edwardine's death certificate, Enoch's death certificate, other death certificate? Other? You could quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 24th, 1890, died 1918, aged 28. Cause of death, crushed in mine collapse. Body not recovered, signed by his brother Enoch Scarlet. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6th, 1944. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edwardines brothers. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. Boy, I guess? Yeah. Delivered April 3rd, 1945, stillbirth, mother Edwardine Scarlet. Cause of death, complications during birth, no doctor present, home burial. Street smart. There was no doctor present at the birth, and a home burial? There's some information missing here. So do we think maybe that baby did not die? Alexandra Scarlet, born December 12th, 1947, died August 20th, 1957, aged 9, missing, presumed dead, signed by mother Edwardine Scarlet. Alexandra, the owner of the doll. So she went missing? Mary Bell Scarlet, born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th, 1963, aged 17. Cause of death, complications during childbirth, signed by her mother Edwardine Scarlet. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Pearl Ann's death certificate. Cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. I actually love that middle name. No autopsy performed. Edwardine's death certificate. Edwardine Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, died February 12th, 2003, aged 89. Cause of death, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter Pearl Ann Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90, died of a normal old person illness. Enoch's death certificate. Enoch Scarlet, born September 9th, 1887, died August 20th, 1957, age 69, cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Let's see. Just got Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come in, in the morgue, sorry. Yeah, I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Whatever these visions are, they're making me very suspicious of my family. These carvings are clearly drilled into some big gas pocket that keeps giving me seizures and hallucinations. No, let's see. Yeah, I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. An old family like yours, I believe it. Hopefully that's all ancient history, though. Okay, yeah, I should probably get going. Still missing, and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. I think Dr. Kelly should look me over. These seizures can't be good for me. No, let's not do that. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. But after I read this, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. How do you know? Did it specifically say? I mean, I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. Great. I'm stuck. You blocked your door? But why would your mom poison you? Yeah. Why would your mom poison you? I don't know. But it's all in here. She never outright says that's what she's doing. See? Jumping to conclusions. And the recipe she came up with to deal with my flare-ups, whatever she thinks those are, involves the weird plant that was on the counter. I managed to look up the plant she's been using to make my medicine, and the internet says it's castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly, or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Okay, see, this ties into our thoughts earlier when we were thinking, I heard the story about this parent that was keeping their kid sick. I don't think that's the case here. I think what she's making for him is probably keeping him alive, but he has these terrible side effects from it. Or maybe keeping him from changing? I don't know. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Let's see. Ricin is really bad. How are you not dead? With your evidence, you should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cops, but cops? No, let's do one of these explorers. Yeah, ricin is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough doses, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. No, I don't want to say that. No matter what, we should get out of this basement soon. We need to get out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Yeah, out of this basement soon. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. You can stay with me if you want, at least until you get on your feet. You can stay with me if you want. We can figure it out together, one step at a time. Let's just start by waiting out your mom and getting out of here. Yeah. You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Yikes. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror of the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. Crap, so we're going to be stuck in here for a while. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. But we can try to break them anyway. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. I believe you owe me a showing of Shinochi Deathblood. Do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably something that'll help me ignore my mounting anxiety. I'm chill with whatever. Yeah, let's do this movie that we talked about. I believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people will react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up tying back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people, ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison, which is alarming to me a little bit. I mean, his mom wasn't nervous about him for no reason. His uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. I'm glad you'll be able to have a social life, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we have to get out of this basement. Ignore him and watch the movie. Shh, I'm watching the movie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's true. I shouldn't be counting my chickens. We still have to get past the woman upstairs. He tenses, his back straightening, his muscles clenching as he's reminded of the obstacle. Hopefully, we can just wait her out. If not, he trails off. But his features soften as he once again immerses himself in the film. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. I think a movie is too chill for you right now. Maybe we should just figure out how to leave. Reese, are you feeling okay? You know, I think I'd better get going. Talking during movies is fine. Let him... Reese, are you feeling okay? I'm just jittery. I've had a really weird day, and I think being down here is making me anxious. I'm all hopped up on adrenaline. Maybe waiting out the dock is a bad idea. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that she'll figure out that we're onto her, and it would be too easy for her to lock me up again and be thorough about it this time. There's a knock on the window. Oh boy. Squarechique, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice, I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Oh. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside, we're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. I don't know who to trust. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Why did he call you that thing? You're being weird, man. I don't need you to protect me. I think you might be overreacting. Yeah, why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster, and he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. For real? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. Oh boy. I can't protect both of us, Squarechique. The window shatters. Oh no. Oh. Oh, that's very creepy. That one especially. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand. I'll put you out. I'll pull you out. Ooh. Leave us alone. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. No. Crap. Run for the stairs. You've seen enough to know you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. Oh no. And then it's blocked by something else too. Try and tear through them. You toss the chair out of the way and do your best to tear through the substance covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Oh boy. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await their artist's command. It's okay, stay right there. I can take care of this. Then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. Oh Lord, okay. Call Tabitha for help. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best to follow Reese and see how things play out. Try and leave. Wait for... Oh, Lord. How would I... You know what? Earlier, when Tabitha said, if you get into trouble, call me. And I feel like she might know more also, like how Sybil knows more than she's saying. I think maybe Tabitha does too. And I am thinking... We're gonna call Tabitha. You dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly is in danger. There's a monster on the loose. What do you know about Reese? Reese transformed into a monster and is on some kind of rampage. Can you come pick me up? Reese is gonna kill his mom. Also, he's a werewolf or a vampire or something. Clinic, emergency, scary. Yeah, let's do this one. Sounds sane-ish. I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly is in danger. There's a monster on the loose. What? Don't move a muscle. I'm coming to get you. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling she... Oh, so... Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You make your way to the door that beckoned you to you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Oh shit. Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadows and levels a firearm in your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck! Duck. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. See, I had a feeling we could trust her at the very least, the doctor, in some capacity, because of how scared she was of her son. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, No, how did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood, Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run after Dr. Kelly, run to a nearby room. In the situation, those, I'm covering up the other one, but those lights up there look like eyes. That's funny. In a situation like this, I would not want to be alone. So we're gonna run after the doctor. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey. Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Squarechique. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived? What is going on? What the hell is your son, ma'am? I'm sure Wayne can handle this. I'm not helping you. You were poisoning him. You deserve to pay the price. What? So you can keep poisoning him forever? No. I don't think that's what her thing was. You survived? What is going on? I think you can probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Okay. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great. Now, listen to me. I need you to use the black-taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. Lord. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. Holy crap. Oh, Lord. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Squarechique, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anybody else. Just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken me from. He has a point, Doc. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Can't you two just get along? I don't feel like I should get in the middle of this. I just want to go home. I'm on Reese's side. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. Wayne, help me. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. You had decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Oh, there's Wayne. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Ah! What the hell did you do to my shoulder? You see, for the brief instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow, then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. We got Tabitha coming. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Grab the tranquilizers. Do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door slowly, breaking apart the mass of paint sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. That was loud. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Let's talk, Reese. What is the game plan, both short and long term? While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? Sit in silence and wait for Reese. What is this room? Old X-ray room. Lead walls. After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. Let's talk, Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now. Just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before. Maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. I mean, not poisoning. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I'd been giving him increasingly high doses of Klonopin, but his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. And I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. Was it Sybil? Who approached you, and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. But screw it. I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. Oh. She was about to say it. She said it was... And that's all I have to say about that. What? Wait a minute. Oh no. That's not great. I'm willing to bet you... Wait, she said it was a woman. Maybe it wasn't Sybil. But obviously, that is not information we're supposed to know at this point in time, and our brain took a timeout. What is he? At first, I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. Oh, Lord. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then, all of a sudden, my periods stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worst. This is part of being a mom too, doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. Okay, how do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. Okay, he is indeed a menace to society. That doesn't mean he's dangerous. I mean, you are the biggest threat to him. Why not just kill him? He's been kind to me. What you're doing is difficult, but it's necessary. Don't you think it might be self-fulfilling prophecy? I can fix him. Why would we think we could fix him? We're just gonna be upfront. He's been kind to me. Yeah, and Ted Bundy was kind to people he picked up off the side of the road. Then he slaughtered them. He's a really sweet kid most of the time, but I can't let that overshadow the violence he's capable of. Leave it at that. What's the game plan, both short and long term? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Good luck with that. Then we all live happily ever after. And if you can't, yeah. Doesn't really change much. Whether he's a willing captive or an unwilling captive, it doesn't matter. He's either under my constant supervision or he's dead. That's just how this has to go. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Okay, sit in silence and wait for Reese. Oh no! Tabitha's coming! We're locked in here! Reese is out there! Oh no. You and Dr. Kelly said... Oh, wait a minute. The goat. Will the goat have something to do with all of this? You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. What if it's Tabitha? Please don't hit her with the tranquilizer. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Oh lord. Nope, he's coming. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. You didn't have it loaded already? Give her the tranquilizer darts. Don't give her. Yeah, give them to her. Tabitha! See? Crap. Well, I guess we don't have a choice anymore of whether he's alive or not. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it! Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Oh, she knows. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. See, I want to say nothing, but that's only because I don't want to make the decision. Finish him off, Tabitha. In this, help Dr. Kelly sedate Reese. Okay. See, this is where I'm like, I feel like I'm in a situation of, okay, so which one of these people should I trust? Great. I feel like I should do this one. I'm sorry, Tabitha. You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. Squarechique, what the hell do you think you're doing? Don't kill him. He's still a person. Don't you dare. Wait, I'm sure we can talk about this. I'm sure we can talk this out. Yeah, don't kill him. He's still a person. Person my ass? Did you see his face? Both of you shut up and help me drag him into the safe room now. You turn to see Dr. Kelly already pulling her son towards the open doorway. Tabitha swings the gun onto her back, huffily jumping in to help Dr. Kelly. It's not long before his regenerating body is sealed away behind the door. Not exactly how I thought that would play out, but at least none of us are dead. If you've done any permanent damage to him, you're gonna be the one paying for the medical supplies, Miss Scarlet. You aren't seriously going to keep that thing alive, are you? It's clearly dangerous. What makes you think you can keep it locked up? It is my son, Miss Scarlet, and despite appearances, he is still human. I prefer you refer to him as such. and I've managed to keep him safely locked away and harmless for years. Sure, it'll be a little more difficult now that he knows about his condition, but that room is lined with lead. He's not going anywhere. He's human? Are you sure about that? Are we talking about the same guy? Trust me, I've done genetic tests. He is human, somehow. And it's my job as his mother to protect him and to protect people from him. It's not a burden I take lightly. You don't have to worry about him getting out anytime soon. Get off my cousin's back. She's the only reason you're still breathing right now. He's not some monster. He deserves to live. He's a monster, but even monsters deserve a chance at life. You know what? We're gonna do this one. We still want to be there for our cousin. Oh, let's not start a blame game right now. A lot of things had to happen for things to get as far as they did tonight. Please, just leave. I have a lot of cleaning to do. You and your cousin leave the clinic, Dr. Kelly slamming the shotgun-blasted door behind you. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. Eh? Is that... Oh, is that the dog? The two of you are interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, running as fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away when you try to lean down to her. Oh, she wants us to follow. Gretchen? But where's Stella? Good doggy. Pat her on the head. No, looks like we're about to find out. Let's follow her. Was that girl still stuck in the well? Not the time for a joke. Ugh, I don't want to follow her. I've done enough stuff today. Alright. Let's follow her. You and Tabitha follow Gretchen into the woods. God, I hope she's not leading us to a body. Okay, that's her right there, isn't it? Gretchen nervously runs ahead of you and Tabitha, looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. There, sitting on a log staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. Street smart. Though you know by now that it's just her trying to cover up genuine emotion, she's deeply relieved and terrified to show such vulnerability. You should go talk to her, Tabitha. She'd probably be glad to see you. I'm gonna go talk to her. Let's go talk to her. She seems fine. Let's go home and remain silent. Oh Lord. I'm gonna go talk to her. You take a few steps forward, gravel crunching under your feet as you walk along the edge of the road. Tabitha hangs back, crouching in the bushes, trying to stay unseen. I feel like I should have said, let's go talk to her. You sit on the log beside Stella. Squarechique, that ghost really did a number on you. What are you doing out here? There was something I had to check out. I've been sitting here since last night, just waiting. But nothing happened. I'll probably just head home in not too long. Please, just talk to me. I'm begging you. Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud. And then she turns back to the road. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. Cute. I love the art in this, by the way. Lord. Because she was laying down. Oh my god. Because it looks like the whole top of the car was basically taken off, and because she was laying down, it didn't get her. What is it? Oh god, yep. Oh my. Survivor's guilt. That would be some horrible survival's guilt. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful. Really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. Oh, Stella. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Take her hand. Stella, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Not even Tabitha. Thanks for letting me in. Take her hand. Let's hope she doesn't recoil. You reach out to take her hand. It's warm against the cool night air, and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth, her dimples beginning to crease. Her hand shifts, her calloused palm fitting into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. The two of you stare out at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Put an arm around her shoulder. We could always wait a little longer. Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. They're probably somewhere better than whatever hell Charlie got trapped in. It's good they're not coming. You don't want them to be ghosts. They died with your future on their minds. It's time for you to start living it. That sounds good. Do you want to say goodbye? I still don't believe in ghosts. Charlie was probably just swamp gas. Why does that make me think of Men in Black? Okay. It's good they're not coming. You don't want them to be ghosts. Stella sighs, squeezing your hand. You're right. That thing last night was miserable, and I know it would be terrible to see them in pain, living out that last moment of their lives over and over again. I guess I just wanted to be able to say goodbye. You can still do that now. Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breaths slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. But it never comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. I kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I'd kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Wait, before we go, I should tell you about what happened tonight. She doesn't need to hear about this tonight. No, let's not tell her. I know that's usually a terrible idea, but you keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself, at least for now. I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home? Yeah, let's flirt. I think she and I have bonded. I'd love nothing more. You offer her your arm. She smiles, slipping hers into the crook of your elbow. She pulls you closer until the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. And this is me. Do you want to come in? Tip. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. So, question is, because Kanika is so cute, our character would love a relationship with Kanika, but I feel like we've formed much more of a bond with Stella, and Stella is also very cute. And she owns a pug. I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. Yeah, I feel the same. Wink. Yes, please. Follow her inside. Yeah, I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. He's so cute. Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. I've been sitting outside for a day. I need some soap. It'll just take a minute, then we can get cozy. Oh man, I would kill for a shower. Say nothing. Yeah. Say nothing. We don't want to interject ourselves into a shower with them. Not this early. She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Gretchen immediately curls up in her bed, clearly exhausted after a long day of worrying over Stella. See, this is one of those times I really wish that I could talk to Gretchen. Uh-oh. But before she has the chance to fall asleep, a heavy knock startles her and you. Gretchen growls. There's someone at the door. Who is it? You know who it is. Oh, great. Open the door, please, Squarechique. Okay, again, I'm torn on what to do here. Because again, I want to trust Stella. But I feel like this guy has always been there whenever I needed some safety. I don't like that Gretchen doesn't like him. No. Alright, playing games, I see. Fine, you can have your fun tonight, but you should consider returning to the estate tomorrow. Tabitha won't be around. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Ooh, is this going to allow us to go and search the forbidden areas? Exciting. Gretchen's growls escalate into barks. Calm down, Gretchen. Were you just talking to somebody, Squarechique? No, I'm not gonna lie to her. Wayne stopped by. Boy, I sure am tired. How about we turn in? No, Wayne stopped. I'm not gonna lie. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? I hope so. Let's lock the doors and hope for the best. I think he's on our side. You don't have to worry about him. Yeah, let's say I think he's on our side. You think so? I guess that's good. I still don't love the thought of him stopping by unannounced at odd hours of the night, though. But you'll let us know if he tries anything, right, Gretchen? Yeah. Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. You know, the thought of your creepy stalker, whether he's on our side or not, makes me feel a lot better about having you around tonight. It'll be nice to have somebody next to me if I get scared in the middle of the night. Okay, I'm gonna be really upset if she's this supposed cat, the threat. Speaking of, I'm exhausted. Let's turn in. Just give me a second to finish drying off. Stella disappears into her room for a brief moment, and then her door creaks back open. Cute. So, are you coming in? Follow. You walk by Stella and into her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. It's a little messy, the bed unmade, stray clothes discarded on the floor, but it smells like her, sweet, human, beautiful. Sorry I didn't clean up beforehand. You can't think of it as getting the authentic Stella experience. Cute. She slips past you and lies on the bed, dressed in an oversized t-shirt. You're quick to follow. The thing that keeps popping into my mind, though, is the fact that we have aged however many years. Do we still... I mean, we probably don't still look the same age, right? She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower, her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing at the edge of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm really not a kisser. I hope that's okay. Oh, yeah, we're gonna kiss her. She asked. You shift closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin, and for a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of campfire. The comforting heat of soft but calloused hands against your cheek. The thunder of your heart beating over ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises and rises, a tone seemingly without peak. And then it breaks, and her lips touch yours. They're fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours, and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold on to the memory of tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter, and the two of you lose yourselves in each other. The blush. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted and safe and comfortable and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. Yay! I was hoping it would end on a high note instead of something gruesome and terrifying. This is the end of episode 4. Episode 5 will release later this year. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the rest of Scarlet Hollow's development. Let's save right here. Congratulations for finishing all of the episodes currently available. What? What? Congratulations for finishing all of the episodes currently available in-game. You've unlocked Hardcore mode. Hardcore? What does that mean? And here, I thought I was going to be, like, finished, but I don't know. Hardcore mode allows you to select 3 traits at character creation, but you'll no longer be able to use your traits to avoid the consequences of major decisions. This penalty only applies to hardcore runs. Have fun if you dare. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 5, please save your game now. Okay. Hang on. Let's just do it one more time. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So the doctor, I kind of always had my suspicions that she would be someone to trust. Again, we still don't know the whole story, but the fact that she was scared of her son and that she seemed to be trying to protect us more than him at that dinner, that it kind of put me in a state of, we can probably trust her, at least for now. But I need to look up and find out when episode 5 is supposed to come out. I would definitely love to continue that when it goes. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to support the channel, please like the video and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Until next time, remember, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!